Hello friends, and welcome to a brand new camera comparison between the Xiaomi 12T Pro against the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. On the 10T Pro we are recording at 1080p at 30 frames per second, because sadly this is the maximum resolution this phone can shoot. On the S22 Ultra, on the other hand, we are recording at 4K at 30 frames per second. Tell me in the comment section below which one do you think has a better audio, which one has better colors and better stabilization.
The highlight of the Xiaomi 12T Pro is the new 200 megapixel camera, so this is what we are going to test first. When we take samples at 200 megapixels and compare them to the 108 megapixels of the S22 Ultra, both seem to be doing really good. The 12T Pro seems to be brighter, while the Ultra is a little darker. When we crop in at these samples, you can see both remain very sharp. Thanks to their high-resolution sensors, even when cropping these images quite a bit, they are still perfectly usable. In this other sample, at first glance both look very good, with great colors and amazing dynamic range. When we crop in at the top of the pine tree, just like before, they retain a lot of details. The S22 Ultra with its 108 megapixel camera is very sharp, but the 200 megapixel lens on the 12T Pro is more detailed, and I prefer its picture over the Galaxy. I hope with those samples you can see the difference with their full resolution cameras. Most people, however, take pictures in auto mode with binned pixels, so for the rest of this comparison every daylight picture is taken in auto mode. In contrast to before, the S22 Ultra seems to be now brighter compared to the 12T Pro. Their pictures are very similar in most of the samples, with only small differences in colors. The S22 Ultra makes lighter colors brighter, while the 12T Pro I think is more muted. Samsung's pictures are a lot more vibrant, and if you like your pictures to have punchy colors, then the Ultra should be your choice. The 12T Pro isn't as vibrant, but it too doesn't show how the scene was in real life. The sky on the other hand I think looks better on Samsung. The biggest difference so far is in this sample. It is very clear that the Galaxy has brightened shadow areas quite a bit and its picture is very vibrant. But as you know, brighter doesn't always mean better, and personally here I prefer the picture taken with the Xiaomi 12T Pro. These phones do also have ultra-wide cameras, and when switching to them we have the same results just like with their main lenses. The 12T Pro, despite having a weaker sensor, is actually doing better, at least in this case. The Ultra makes a comeback in this next scene by offering a better and sharper picture. The dynamic range is also better on the Galaxy. While the 12T Pro did a better job on maintaining lighter colors with its main camera, with the ultra-wide lens it is doing worse than its competitor. When we look at these buildings, for example, they have more pleasing colors on the Ultra. Xiaomi really focused on the main camera a lot, and they didn't give much thought to the other cameras. So it is natural that Samsung is doing better, even though sometimes, like in one of the previous cases, even the Galaxy makes mistakes. At 3x the Galaxy uses the telephoto sensor, while Xiaomi does all the zoom digitally. When we're dealing with objects that are not that far away, the 12T Pro is actually not that bad. In this sample both are very sharp. When the focus is on things further away, however, the Ultra does a much better job. Its picture is sharper, while the 12T Pro is falling behind. At 10x on the other hand there is no competition at all. The S22 Ultra is much sharper thanks to its periscope camera. The 12T Pro is very blurry, but that's to be expected since the zoom is digital. The 12T Pro has a dedicated macro camera, while the S22 Ultra has macro mode integrated on its ultra-wide camera, and to me the Ultra seems to be sharper and much better. The macro camera on the 12T Pro is very weak and it can't really compete with the S22 Ultra. A much better solution would be if the 12T Pro had macro mode on its ultra-wide camera, but only if that lens would have been a better sensor. Another area where the S22 Ultra is ahead is with portraits. Her skin color and her face details have been better retained on the Galaxy. On the 12T Pro she doesn't look like she does in real life, and also the blur isn't as natural. When switching to their front cameras, the S22 Ultra continues to take better images with more natural colors. The 12T Pro kind of adds a white layer to faces, and I am not really a fan of this. The S22 Ultra is very detailed and sometimes it does apply over-sharpening to its pictures. The 12T Pro on the other hand is very soft with faces. Xiaomi is mostly brighter, but it isn't always the best with details. The Ultra gives pictures a nice depth and I would choose its pictures over Xiaomi's. When recording 4K videos with their main cameras, surprisingly they are very similar. Samsung is known to take the best videos in the Android world, but the 12T Pro isn't that far behind. The stabilization on them is great, and even the colors are almost identical. With their ultra-wide cameras, the 12T Pro drops in quality quite a bit, and it totally messes up with the sky. The Ultra is doing a better job, even though itself sometimes crushes parts of the sky. At 3x the difference in quality is bigger compared to pictures. The Galaxy here is sharper, while the Xiaomi video is kind of too flat. At 10x the Galaxy S22 Ultra is just amazing. Everything is visible and sharp, while the 12T Pro zooms in digitally up to 6 times. Moving to low light, and from now on every picture is taken with night mode enabled without changing the seconds they needed to take them. Just like in daylight, Xiaomi is brighter even at night. The S22 Ultra on the other hand continues to take pictures with more details. Neither of them is representing my skin color as natural as it is for real, but if I had to choose I'd go for the Galaxy. With their main cameras both take stunning pictures. The S22 Ultra is known to deliver great results, and the 12T Pro is no different. Their pictures are very sharp with great colors. To me it seems that the Xiaomi 12T Pro is doing a better job with lens flare. As you can see here, the reflections are more present on the Galaxy, while the picture on the 12T Pro looks clean. This wasn't an issue every time with the Galaxy, and here I prefer its picture over the one taken with the 12T Pro. The colors are more pleasing on Samsung. Overall, with their main cameras, I would say that both do an incredible job in low light. Samsung as always tends to make pictures brighter, while Xiaomi isn't as bright but just as vibrant. They really went back and forth, and at least with their primary cameras there isn't a clear winner. With their ultra-wide cameras, on the other hand, to me it seems that Samsung is ahead just like it was in daylight. For the most part, pictures taken with the Ultra are more refined. They are brighter when they need to be, and also sharper. The Pro isn't as good as the Ultra, but that's to be expected considering their specs. Xiaomi, however, is still doing a better job when it comes to light reflections, but Samsung overall is sharper. It just handles colors a lot better than the 12T Pro, and to me this category goes to the Ultra. The Ultra does also take another point at 3x, and while with closer distances the 12T Pro isn't as bad, it just can't beat the optical zoom of the Galaxy. With objects far away, however, the difference is bigger, and it really shows the difference between digital and optical zoom. The 3x telephoto lens is a big bonus to have. A bigger feature than the 3x is the 10x, and here the Ultra just crushes the Pro in every way. Its picture is very sharp, while the one taken with the Xiaomi is just terrible. With portraits at night, the 12T Pro looks to be doing better than during the day, and it actually manages to compete with the Ultra. I really like both pictures here, and it's just a matter of preference which one you like. So guys, what do you think? Which one was your winner? To me they were neck and neck with their main cameras, but I think with the other cameras Samsung was better. If you did enjoy this video, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.